What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing. We're going to continue with the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series, getting into a welterweight who fought from 1890 to 1911. This outstanding fighter had a record of 81, 25, 30 with 48 KOs. He held the world championship 1901 to 1904. He's the original Joe Walcott, otherwise known as the Barbados Demon. Let's take a look at his career. Joe Walcott, known as the Barbados Demon, born in Barbados April 7th, 1872. He stood 5 foot 1.5 inches and weighed 132 to 145 pounds. British subject, parents West Indies. Came to America in 1887, settled in Boston. Arrived in Boston Harbor as a cabin boy. On bridge died when he was only 15 years old. Started boxing as an amateur and also wrestles as an amateur, winning the lightweight championship of New England at the age of 18 in both sports. Tom O'Rourke managed George Dixon and signed Walcott. He was a physical marvel, could withstand terrific punishment and hand out plenty. His greatest feat was a knockout of Joe Joanski, a heavyweight, in 7 rounds in 1900. Now, Joe Joanski knocked out Jack Johnson. He defeated Gentleman Jim Corbett. These are all heavyweight fights, but Walcott was a welterweight when he faced Joe Joanski. His greatest fights were with George Kid Lavin. Walcott won the World Welterweight Championship by defeating Rube Ferns in 5 rounds at Fort Earn, Ontario, December 18th, 1901, and lost the title to Dixie Kidd, African-American welterweight, outstanding fighter himself, at San Francisco on April 30th, 1904. He lost to him on a foul. His record is one of the greatest in the history of pugilism. His professional record shows 150 battles, excluding several hundreds which he had on stage against all comers. Walcott was killed in an automobile accident in 1935 in Massillon, Ohio, and is buried in Dayton, Ohio. He was elected to the Boxing Hall of Fame in 1955. Let's take a look at his fight record. (1890) February 29th, he KO'd Tom Powers in Boston in his 2nd round. 1891, January 30th, Jay Barrett in Providence, 1-round victory. March 26th, Alex Clark, Cambridge, 2nd round victory. December 12th, G.V. Merkin, Boston, 4-round victory. December 12th, Teddy Kelly, Boston. He lost in 3 rounds. December 23rd, Alex Clark, Boston. He defeated him in 3 rounds. 1892, for Tom Warren, 1-4. Tom Powers, 1-3. Frank Curry, a draw in 3. J.J. Leary, Cambridge, KO 3. Fred Morris was a draw in 4. Andy Watson, draw in 4. Harry Tracy, draw in 5. Charlie Jones, he won in 3. Jack Lyman, 1 in 1. Sam Bowden, a draw in 4. Jack Connors, 1-round victory. Billy Harris, 2nd round victory. Walcott had a staggering record. We're still in 1892. Andy Watson, 4-round draw. Harry Tracy, 5-round draw. Charlie Jones, 1 in 3. Jack Lyman, KO 1. I mean, this is amazing. 1893, Paddy McGuigan. Now, Paddy McGuigan was a very good fighter. He was out of Newark, and that's where they fought. And Walcott defeated him in 10 rounds. Mike Harris lost in 4. Jack Hall in New York, KO 1. Amazing, amazing, amazing. 1894, Tommy West. Tommy West was a very slick fighter. Very slick fighter. He knocked him out in 3 rounds, January 11th. Tom Tracy, April 19th. Amazing, KO and 16. Just take a look at this record. Unbelievable. 1895, Billy Smith. 15-round draw. Wow. George Kid Lavin, December 2nd. He lost in 15. 1896, January 30th. Jim Jackson, New York. 4th round victory. December 9th, Tommy West, New York. 19-round draw. It was a timer's error. The bout ended in the 19th round. Referee Charlie White called it a draw. Charlie White was a lightweight. He was a very good lightweight. Fought Benny Leonard and others. But see, you can see the scam already starting with against Walcott. He would go up to fights and the fighter wasn't there, or who he was expected to fight, you would have some other fighter, a heavyweight or a light heavyweight. Or they would tell him he would be doing 10 rounds, and when he get there, he had to do 30 rounds. April 20th, Jim Watts, New York. 4-round draw. Tom Tracy, 6-round draw. George Green, 18-round victory. October 29, George Kid Lavin, San Francisco. Lost in 12 rounds. This was for the World Lightweight Championship. December 27th, Tom Tracy, Chicago. He lost in 6. Actually, it was a draw. 1898, Mysterious Billy Smith. Now, Billy Smith was a champion. Bridgeport, 25 draw. Welterweight title bout. April 22nd, Tommy West, Philadelphia. 6-round, no decision. December 6th, Mysterious Billy Smith, New York. He lost in 20 rounds. Welterweight title bout. 1899, February 4th, Australian Jimmy Ryan, Cincinnati. 14-round KO. Billy Edwards, another champion. 13-round KO. Jim Judge, Toronto. 11th-round KO. Dan Creedon. All these are good fighters. New York. 1-round KO. Charlie Johnson, Athens. Another good fighter. 11-round victory. Dick O'Brien, New York. 14-round KO. I have all of these fighters' profiles in my scrapbooks. Every last one of them. Bobby Dobb, outstanding African-American fighter. December 5th, New York. 6-round KO. 1900, February 23rd, Joe Chorinsky, New York. KO'd him in 7 rounds. March 16th, Andy Walsh, New York, 20-round victory. April 10th, Dick Moore, Baltimore, 4-round KO. Jack Bonner, Philadelphia, 6-round no decision. August 27th, Tommy West, New York. He was stopped in 11. Mysterious Billy Smith, September 24th, in Hartford, Connecticut. He won on a foul in 10. December 13th, Billy Haddenrod, Hartford, Connecticut, 12-round KO. Walcott quit at the end of 11 rounds. You got to understand the time these guys fought in. You got to understand the circumstances they were under. You got to understand the pressure. They basically did what they had to do and what they were told. Facts. 1901, January 17th, Kid Carter, Hartford, lost on a foul, 10 rounds. He fought Kid Carter again, October 15th, San Francisco. He was stopped in 7. November 28th, Young Jackson, Baltimore. He won in 20 rounds. December 18th, Jim Root Ferns, Fort Earn. He stopped him in 5 rounds and won the welterweight championship of the world. First African-American welterweight champion. 1902, January 13th, Young Peter Jackson. That was an outstanding fighter. Philadelphia, no decision in 6. March 13th, Young Peter Jackson, Baltimore, 10-round draw. George Gardner. Now, George Gardner fought Jack Root for the light heavyweight championship. April 25th, San Francisco. He lost in 20. June 23rd, Tommy West, London. He defeated him in 15 rounds. October 7th, George Cole, Philadelphia. No decision. 4 rounds. Frank Childs, October 9th, Chicago. He lost in 3 rounds. Title bout. 1903, March 9th, Mike Donovan. Mike Donovan was a champion. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Defeated him in 10 rounds. March 11, Charlie Hagley, Boston. KO'd him in 5 rounds. March 18th, George Cole, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 4-round KO. April 15th, Mike Donovan, Boston. He won in 10 rounds. Philadelphia, Jack O'Brien. 10-round draw. Mysterious Billy Smith, Portland. 4-round victory. Young Peter Jackson, Portland. 20-round draw. Phenomenal. Sandy Ferguson. He fought Jack Johnson. November 10th, Boston. Lost in 15. December 29, Larry Temple. Boston. 15-round draw. Phenomenal African-American fighter. 1904. Continues. February 26, Black Bill. Fought Jack Johnson and many others. No decision. 6 round. Dixie Kid, San Francisco. Lost on a foul. 20 rounds. He lost the welterweight title. Dixie Kid, San Francisco. 20-round draw. Welterweight title bout. Sandy Ferguson, Portland. December 10th. 10-round draw. May 23rd. June 10th, Young Peter Jackson, Baltimore. He was stopped in 4 rounds. Mike Donovan, Baltimore, June 24th. He won in 5 rounds. Larry Temple, July 1st, Baltimore. 10-round draw. Sam Langford, September 5th, Manchester. 15-round draw. September 10th, Dave Harley, Philadelphia. No decision, 6 rounds. September 30th, Joe Gans, San Francisco. 20-round draw. World welterweight title. Dixie Kid outgrew the class. Wall-to-wall claimed the title. 1906. Jack Darby. 8-round KO. October 16th, Honey Melody, another champion. Lost in 15 rounds and lost the welterweight title. 1907, he fought outstanding fighters. 1908, Jack Robinson. July 5th, New York, no decision, 6. Phenomenal. Outstanding fighter.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel.
Barbados Demon, Joe Walcott. Now, if you want to learn more about this fighter, take a look at the Brother Blood Boxing's video on Walcott. Goes into more depth. I just wanted to give a shout out and a salute to this fantastic, phenomenal fighter. Dixie Kid was one of the fighters that Walcott fought. He took the title from Walcott. Powerful young man. Aaron L. Brown, born December 23rd, 1883, Fulton, Missouri, weighed 145 pounds, 5 foot 8 inches. 1899 knockouts: Tony Rivers 1, Dan Ranger 3, Clyde Burnham 8. He drew with Kid Williams in 20 rounds and scored a 10-round victory with Billy Woods. 1900. Phenomenal fighter. Fought Bobby Dobbs 4 rounds. Frank Daughtry 2 rounds. Jack Dean 10 rounds. These are all knockouts. Mike McCure 2 rounds. Tim Leonard 1 round. Black Sharkey 4 rounds. Outstanding. (1904) April 30th. That's when he fought Joe Walcott, San Francisco. Lost on a foul, 20 rounds, and he won a welterweight title. May 12th. He fought Joe Walcott a second time, San Francisco, 20-round draw. Kept his title. When you see draws and no decisions, pretty much you got to understand what's happening. September 21st, Joe Grimm, Dirty Fighter. October 3rd, Joe Grimm, 10-round victory and a 6-round victory. Now, Dixie Kid outgrew the class and gave up the title. Phenomenal. Unbelievable. Knockouts: Joe Mills 9, John Dancer 4, Chase Thurston 20, Young Peter Jackson, who drew in 15, no decision. Dave Holly 6, Larry Temple 6, Dave Holly 6. 1905, January 2nd, Larry Temple, Baltimore, 15-round draw. Won Joe Grimm's 6 rounds, no decision. George Cole, 6 rounds. (1910). Look at all the fights he had in 1910. All quality opponents. The Johnny Summers fight in Liverpool, November 9th. Liverpool, England. The second round knockout, but the referee's decision was reversed by the jury of Protestant sportsmen in favor of Dixon. 1912, January 18th. Harry Hairpin Lewis, Liverpool. He was stopped in 8. Harry Hairpin Lewis was a good fighter. Shout out to the Dixie Kid. Salute to him. Outstanding fighter. Lavin Walcott, 45 minutes of mayhem. Them guys had some fights, I'll tell you. It's George Kid Lavin. December 2nd, 1895, Walcott versus Lavin. One of the most savage and bloody fights of all time. Won by Lavin in 15 rounds. Amazing. Walcott wound up being a janitor at Madison Square Garden. I want to share something with y'all. Something phenomenal. Now at this time, you got to remember, African American fighters was not appreciated or respected in any fashion at all. They were feared, however. Blacks were their skin, but bright their deeds. Now, Bill Miller was a racist writer. Very racist. But take a look at honesty here. This is honesty. Black Bill became a fighter, and a good one at that. Black Bill Richardson, though never a champion, went through his entire boxing career without a single defeat chalked up against him. At the ripe old age of 53, Black Bill fought his last battle. He knocked out a young husky named Tom Shelton in 23 rounds. And that, my children, was where the expression 23 skip 2 from you came from. This is still Bill Miller. Coming down to more modern years, the names of great colored battlers reverberated through the pugilistic Hall of Fame with a resounding echo. Look at the list of names. Peter Jackson, Original Joe, George Godfrey, George Dixon, Little Chocolate, Little Kid Chocolate, Joe Gans, Jack Johnson, Sam Langford, Jack Blackburn, Bobby Dobbs, Dixie Kid, Kid Chocolate, Harry Wills, Young Jack Thompson, Kid Norfolk. Take those names out of boxing records, and you ain't got much records left. Now this is from one of the most racist writers, Bill Miller. Salute to the African American fighters. Salute to Joe Walcott, Tiger Flowers, Bobby Dobbs, Frank Childs, the Harlem Coffee Cooler, Joe Gans, Tom Molyneux, Bill Richmond, Black Bill, Joe Louis, Henry Armstrong, Young Jack Johnson, Young Jack Thompson, the Baltimore Demon, Salute. Kid Chocolate. Panama Joe Brown.